Can they hear me in the back room that we're starting? No.
I just got a message saying it's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call the meeting to order. I will read the land acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the County of Haliburton is located on Treaty 20 Mississauga territory and in the traditional territory of the Mississauga and Chippewa nations, collectively known as the Williams Treaties First Nations, which are Curve Lake, Rama, Hiawatha, Alderville, Scugog Island, Oakland, and Georgina Island First Nations, to acknowledge the shared presence of Indigenous nations throughout the area and recognize its original Indigenous inhabitants as a steward of its lands and waters since time immemorial. Whew. Well, when I read all the names that are part of this first treaty, it's like reading all the municipalities that were put together before Dysart and all. Okay, first item to deal with is the adoption of the agenda.
Actually, could we add one thing under new business?
Of course, yeah.
Could we add a request for 5 replacement laptops?
Okay.
And then, did you want to introduce Patricia?
Yeah. Let's do the, let's adopt the agenda first, then I'll introduce it. Have a mover for adopting the agenda?
I will.
Jackie? And, well, thank you all very much. Now, I'll introduce our new, I'm not going to say her last name because we can't pronounce it, but first name will work. Patricia, stand up.
I'll stand up.
This is our new communications coordinator, newly hired. Top left is Lisa. Top right is Walt. Bottom left is, you know what I want to say, right? It's Cecil. And besides Cecil is David.
Nice to meet you.
So Lisa's Hinton, Walt's in Dysart, Cecil's in Highlands East, and David Burton is the county warden and also the mayor of Highlands East. Got that right? Okay, any conflicts of interest? Anybody's part? Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda, which consists of the adoption of the draft minutes from the last meeting, which was in the posted up on the website. The librarian's report and the circulation statistics. Is anything in the consent agenda that people want to draw out and have a chat about? Seeing none, could I have a mover and seconder for the consent agenda? I'll go to the screens. Lisa, thank you, and Steve. All in favor? Carried. Okay. Let's do the financial report.
Okay, financial report. So yeah, it's looking good. So we have received $507,533 from county from the tax levy. So that's about 42% of the budget for the year. Provincial funding we will get, as always, at the very end
Christmas
of the year
Eve.
in December. For donations and other, when we get further down, I'll talk about the friends. So we're expecting more money. The only thing in expenses that I wanted to highlight at this time is that the other line, which is on the first page towards the bottom, that is overspent. And the reason that is overspent is because we have purchased the bookmarks for our bookmark contest. We printed the winners, and we have purchased an AWE children's workstation. So the bookmarks were $290. The children's workstation was $4,839. And that is money that we are receiving from the Friends of the Library. So we put it in the other column down there. So that's why it's showing us $5,346. The Friends met on Monday, and I provided them with invoices. So we will receive that money.
They've committed to raising the money.
They have, yeah, they will be reimbursing us for those costs, which is amazing. We're very, very grateful to the Friends of the Library. And other than that, things are on track. And then added to new business one thing that's come up in the meantime, but
You'll get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that. So any
Okay,
questions?
any questions on the financial report? We're in great shape. Thank you very much. Could I have a mover, please, and seconder? Moved by Jackie. Seconded by Paul. Okay. All in favor? Motion carried. Library policies.
Today?
Nothing to report. Okay. Business rising from the minutes. Do you remember at the last meeting, we were going to begin the annual review of the CEO, and we looked at the policy of reviewing the performance of the CEO, and the policy clearly said it was the chair of the board and the vice chair of the board who did the review. I think I'm going from memory, but coincidentally, it also said the CAO of the county. And I expressed a little concern about why in the world is the CEO of the county there. So I called Gary. We back and forth, but we finally got each other, and I explained it to him. He said, well, I can tell you, Dave, I'm not at all interested in doing that. Not because I don't like her. She's a great lady, but I've got other things to do. He said, whatever comments you make about her, I'll second them. So don't worry about it. Go ahead and do it without me. So that's all that. So we'll amend our policy to remove the county CEO out of that. I don't know the history behind that. There was probably a reason for it a long time ago. When Chris Stevenson was the CEO of the library, the CEO of the library, the county CEO, Mike Rutter, never got involved with it. Didn't want to. So that is all resolved now. So we'll change that policy in due course and restrict that. Go to item 9, new business. Okay.
Yeah, so this, we were in discussions with our IT department at the end of last week. Every year as part of the budget process, we put forward a list of the things that we will need to replace. In our budget planning process, there were some programming laptops, which were not part of the replacement plan for 2025. Unfortunately, they are using Windows 10. And so we knew that they were going to be phased out in 2025, but we didn't know the urgency to replace them. So these are the laptops that we use with our film streaming license when we do PA Day movies, for example, or when we do cricket programs for the kids. Dave was looking at the cricket setup earlier. And because they're old, most of them were purchased in 2014. And they are on the old version of Windows. They will no longer be able to receive the cybersecurity patches and updates after October 14th, excuse me.
Okay.
So IT has let us know that they will need us to relinquish the laptops in September. So we're hoping that we can, that you'll approve today for us to purchase 5 laptops for use in our programs from reserves. And we have a very, very healthy reserve balance right now.
And this will be done through the county's IT department?
Through the IT department.
Okay, so they'll coordinate on our, okay. Any questions on that? Hands up. Shoot.
How much do they actually cost?
So waiting for you to approve before we kind of enter into that negotiation, but when we set things up for this year, it could have been around $2,200 each. So they're not staff laptops, they're not expensive ones, they're for use with the officials. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I have a motion that, sorry, Paul.
So the question I had was if it was a standard purchase item that the county has as a standard, or is it something that we have to order with particulars?
They coordinate all our IT ordering, so they have arrangements set up.
I would
Not sure
suggest,
who
Paul,
the vendor is, but
I'd suggest the county buys these things in bulk and we just fit into that purchase
Yeah.
order. That's
they do all the setup for us and make sure it's secure with the updates. So
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cecil, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, we have now got a really good procurement program at the county. I'm wondering if it would make sense, even though technically it was designed predominantly for the county and the 4 municipalities, but it might be something that if you wanted to buy it through the county, would that be something you could talk to Mike, not Mike,
Yeah,
Carter,
we
but,
will
Gary
purchase
about?
them through the county, Cease. We will purchase them through the county. It's part of their purchasing
Yep.
program. Okay.
Well, they'll be totally compatible if they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk to Mike March and he'll go through the county IT department.
Any other questions? I have a motion that the be resolved that Haliburton County Library Board adopts the purchase of 5 new laptop computers. Go and put in coordinated by the county through county IT. Let's do that. Yeah.
And from reserves.
Yeah. Paul, go ahead.
No, I thought if you were asking for somebody to move it.
Oh, I do. Just gonna finish this motion here. I wasn't presumptive and made a motion. Okay, moved by Paul, seconded by Cecil. I think I was trying to call you Cliff, Cecil. That's what I was humming and hawing about. You do remember those meetings, right?
I do, and I kind of sort of wait to see what my name's going to be.
Yeah. Patricia, there's a bit of a joke on that. I'm involved with a lot of things in the community and I'm on a lot of boards. And we have one of my boards called Cliff, and there was a meeting here when I was calling Cease Cliff all meeting. Moved by Cliff, and he'd look at me and they all look around and say, who the hell is he talking about? All in favor of the motion? Carried. Thank you very much. We don't need a closed session. The next meeting is September 10th. Here, and anybody want to say anything before the motion to adjourn? Okay, I have a motion that the June 11th, 2025 regular meeting of the Haliburton County Library Board now adjourn. I just need a mover. I don't need a seconder or no notice of motion. Paul, you got your hand up first. You win. Meeting is adjourned at 4:13 p.m.
Record.
Thanks, everybody. I know you guys on the county that are here have had a long, hard day, so go and have a pint or something and relax.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, that was a record meeting, David.
Yeah.
Stevens.